Well, Jane, I can tell you we have two massive games of footy here at the MCG. Last night, Geelong Cats earned themselves a week off after defeating the Magpies in what was a very tense match between the two. The Pies were up after each quarter, but sadly couldn't secure it in four. The Pies will now be playing Freo Dockers here on Saturday night after Freo's stunning victory against the Western Bulldogs yesterday in Perth. Now, as for our reigning premiers, they will have to take the long road to the grand final this year after losing to Pacific squad. They do have a lot of injuries, but they are confident they will play well against the Brisbane Lions here on Friday night. But Jane, it is still anyone's game, and I can tell you we're all counting down to that one day in September.
Overseas students wanting to study key degrees will focus on the new federal government plan to lure more foreigners to Australia. Let's bring in our political editor, Chris Hillman in Canberra. Morning, Chris. What's the plan? How will it work?
Well, Johnny, you're the international student staying in Australia at the moment. You graduate with a bachelor's degree, then your time can stay up for an extra 2 years and work. And the government intends to lift that to 4 years or 5 years or a degree, 6-year PhD. They're going to focus on things like nursing, engineering, and IT, which are areas of real shortage here in Australia. And of course, hopefully we can stay on with that whole Australia. They might permanently.
And will this actually help fill the job shortages in the key sectors?
Yeah, Jane, we focused a lot on Friday after Jobs and Skills Summit on the benefit to New York. Migration has been wide, with 60,000 to 195,000. If you look at it in terms of the number of these every year, many of them are students and people who are coming on long-term business visas. So something like 300,000 3 years ago, student visas in the country, and 100,000 long-term business visas. Now they've got knocked off because during COVID. That's one of the reasons why we're seeing such skills shortages at the moment. So this government times will help to plug some of those gaps.
Thank you. Brisbane came alive last night. Thousands of people flocked to watch 10 tons of fireworks go off during the Fire Festival. Lily Weir joins us now from Brisbane. Lily, quite a spectacle.
Yeah, Jane, it was beautiful, it was big, it was better than you see the park race at Riverfire last night. It was absolutely fabulous to watch unfold and take around 400,000 people to the base of the River last night to watch the spectacle unfold. Now, so, it was really cold, really windy weather here in Brisbane, so people were huddled very close together at those viewing posts. And most of the people were down the wide story bridge. This was the centre of the Riverfire, where we saw around 5 kilograms of explosives let off, culminating in a whirlpool of light off the bridge. We had fireworks let off from various rooftops, lighting up the night sky. This was a huge night for hospitality vendors. We had booked out restaurants on the river, booked out hotels. Best night for the hospitality industry here in Brisbane in years. And the good news is that the dazzling displays don't stop here. Riverfire is only the opening for the Brisbane Festival. We have fantastic arts installations right across the city and dance and theatre shows right throughout the month of September. So great news for locals, plenty to look forward to, especially if you're a tourist coming in. You will get to see the best of the Brisbane art scene.
Looks a little windy though, Lily. Yeah, a little windy. so windy she can't hear me. All right, here's Jenna with the sport.
Thank you, Jane. Fremantle's dream of becoming flag mantle still very much alive. The Dockers rose from 41 points down to eliminate the Bulldogs in the biggest finals comeback for nearly 30 years. Almost 60,000 fans packed into the stadium to see their team kick 11 of the last 13 goals. So they won by 13 points. The Broncos season comes with a disappointing finish to drag their sporting end last time as the Brisbane had of playing finals, winning 22 points from 12. Let's check that weather and your across the windy. The forecast with Dan Anthony. He's in Brisbane for us. Dan, where are you?
Well, this is a promotion for allocation for, as you can see, the international standard there. How was not able to release the weather for not going. sharply, dropped 13, up 16, showers inclusive, top of 21, and Otago is top of 33. Alright, coming up to Richards this morning, House of Alexander. This is Bowden. Go for a walk, Nation. Check it out. We have got Lucas, Ollie, Joe, and Joel, Serena, Anita, and Jade. So Bowden is, I've been told, a highly stylized modern house dance going to in the late 1980s and over the home war scene in the 1960s. So the House of Alexander, you can check these guys out. South Bank Piazza. Tickets are on sale now for all the activities. Brisbane Festival runs through till the 24th of September. Let's get involved.
But you're part of the Aussie team involved in this mission. How are you all feeling this morning?
Oh, look, our team here at the CSIRO, we kind of have always professional excitement rather than disappointment. It is another step on the road to getting that Artemis rocket off the ground and on its journey to the moon. So let's see what happens now. It's really up to the mission team to have a look at the problems and see how quickly they can resolve it and get us on that journey back to the moon.
So engine problems caused the first launch to be scrubbed, but just explain what happened this morning.
Yeah, so this time during the fueling operations, they were getting a high indication of a leak at about sort of 3 times the rate that they would sort of normally accept a small leak of hydrogen gas. So from the bottom of the rocket, the connection point, putting in that fuel, just a little bit more of a fuel leak of hydrogen that they like to see. So that basically said, let's be cautious, let's not go. There's a chance of ignition, unwanted ignition, and so it's basically struggled and launched for today.
So when could we next see the next launch? Will it be third time lucky?
Well, I don't think it's going to be third time lucky, but if it's 4th time or 5th time, that doesn't really matter as long as they do it when they're ready, when it's safe to go. Everybody needs to remember this is a test launch, a brand new sequence. It's never been tried before. This is kind of a rocket using the best technology we've done in the last 60 years. But bringing that all together, it's not everything is pretty quite easy. It's rocket science. So in the next week or so, we'll get a new guys action.
And that end goal to get humans back on the moon.
Yeah, not just a bunch of guys this time, but of course it's a full woman. And of course it's a that's still set up for 2025. So we also forward to that around first week after this one. Thank you very much.
Membership bracelets. So the interest rates are going to rise up to the community in a row this year. This means the repayment is $144. The government residents city, county, looks like plenty of paying.
Absolutely. The argument is to trigger on yet another double option. Mortgage holders, the average mortgage holder, interest rate rise to 5%. And in total, our single payments rise $600 a month. Ouch. Now, put that into context. Think of a bill you hate paying, dishwasher broken, a heater that you have to fix. After month.
And look, this is not exactly how many
Anywhere from up to 5 more things that the cash rate could hit 3.35% next year. And that's going to be a really steep increase. And it will come down in 2024 as the RBA gets the balance now. How much extra cash you need to your review. Find out what those caps are. So because a lot of the less but if you get extra cash, savings are doing quite well these days. So there you go. There's another option. And then start shopping around at least 2 months before your fixed rate expires, because you will be in for a rude shock. If you were one of those lucky ones that fixed under 2%, you could see your interest rate potentially triple, especially if you don't do anything about it.
If you're on the other end of the spectrum and you've got money in savings, things are looking pretty good.
They are surprising us at the moment. Savings rates, we've just seen a couple of banks hike beyond the RBA. Can you believe that? So the high, yeah, exactly. The highest savings rate is 3.6%. It's from Virgin Money. Gosh, you've got to jump through a whole lot of hoops to qualify for that rate, but you know what? It's probably worth it.
All right, thanks for your advice, Sally.
Thanks,
to you,
Jane.
Michael.
Thank you. It's time for Kick to Kick. And imagine you're in just your first AFL season. You've got one of the hardest kicks to seal a sudden death match in front of the biggest crowd you've ever played in front of. Well, that is what confronted Fremantle's Nathan O'Driscoll. Hasn't scored. His third goal, he was fantastic. Dockers just put things around so well in that second quarter, got themselves going and really got behind towards the end there. Rory Gold was fantastic. 13-point turnaround that sends them through to the semi-final. Fremantle's history that indicates the growth they've done this year. Another Optus State loss for them in a final. Yeah, it's an all-time classic, that one. That was one of the best games we've seen this season and in a long time. Might steal another one, but for the first time, the loser of the close game was seen Max Holmes here. Just in his second season, fantastic for the Cats this year, but that's the title for them now, and they are the premiership favourites after that. What was a brutal game. 91,000 so we saw the Lions knocking out Richmond. But a little bit more about the Swans. Would it be silly to discount the Demons? The Swans are in the box seat to make I think whoever won the final on Friday night is in a really good position. Richmond decided they get a home qualifying final now. Since 1996 when Tony Lockie remember that. I'm sure Richard does as well. But look, they're in a really good game. They should make the grand final from here. I think up to them then if they can. So well and without Buddy Franklin having an influence, well without Chad Warner dominating. So the Demons play the Lions. They've been in recent times to get through to a friendly against Geelong. I don't know. It's almost hard for the Broncos to miss the final. The last hurdle.
It's been a challenging 5 or 6 weeks. Obviously, yesterday evening against the Dragons down here, they needed to win to give themselves an opportunity to keep them in the fight for the top 8. They went down 22 points to 12 in a Ben Hunt-inspired performance for the Dragons. The ex-Bronco halfback been outstanding this year and put in another great performance for the Dragons yesterday in their win.
We saw the Cowboys do what many expected last night against effectively a reserve grade Panthers. Is there a chance Penrith doesn't come back and hit top gear straight away, seeing how little Cleary and Luai have played lately?
Look, I think one of the things that the Panthers have had to deal with over the last 3 seasons in particular is they've played so many games because they've gone deep into the into the playoffs. They made the grand final the last 2 years, but a lot of their players have played representative football for the first time over the last 24 months. So I think a break at this time of year, they've earned that right. I thought the young Panthers put in a great deal of fight for long periods of time there, but the class of the North Queensland Cowboys, particularly Valentine Holmes with a hat-trick of tries there in their performance. At the moment, they're in second position, but Cronulla playing today to give themselves a chance to steal that second spot. I think you look at the class of the Cowboys, who have been really consistent this year. I suppose the Panthers players, resting 13 guys, you think they might break up their continuity, but I think they've got the class to come back and they'll play Parramatta in round one of the finals.
Wilson, the Storm warmed up for the finals on Thursday night. Can you see either of those teams making the grand final?
I think you give both of them a big chance. I think it was really important for the Parramatta Eels to be inside the top four. They've shown some real consistency. But before that, they've been playing during the year. If you look outside the top four, it's been really good match and team in the Premiership. So the top four, they get second chance. I think the Melbourne Storm are very experienced.
Thanks, Michael. We were leaving our
And we're taking you behind the scenes of the Oscar elections.
The worst case is unfolding.
You think this is deliberate?
It is next to target.
Don't know where my wife and kids are. Thursday at the Burnley Stand. Right, hungry.
We've got plenty of gift ideas to suit your dad and but you walk into Bunnings and you go, that's what I want to get him. And sometimes you need to walk every single aisle in the store, and other times you walk in and know exactly what you want. We've got the lowest prices apart from that.
SB52 litre wheel hard cooler, only $99. Bradley OnePlus lawnmower kit, $369. Stanley 19-piece screwdriver set, just $29.98.
Where you find a competitive low price on the same stock item, we'll beat it by 10%. Lowest prices are just with you.
Woodhinger's Gaslight Buyers Factory Direct. Sydney Gaslight Buyer and Woodhinger Clearance Centre's biggest ever end of season mega sale. Scratch and dip, extra slayer brand new at prices slash. Support Australian and Showways
Jose and
It'll be cold when you get to it. Now, we asked you at home to send in your messages for your fathers. You're a son of our fathers. People like mum, for the 4 years, my mum struggled with her health. He stepped into the role of dad when I was 7.
Johnny James, my dad,
Says he set the good examples. How to treat a wife with love, how to treat your kids, patience, how to work hard.
And Jenna, it's actually your first Father's Day with your beautiful daughter Tommy.
Yeah.
Don't get choked up. But you're my favorite.
Happy Father's Day, Daddy. We love you very much. We miss you. We're watching you on the video this morning and we're happy to see you. Oh, happy first Father's Day, Daddy. Who's missing you?
Oh, no, that's, and you're Yeah, you kind of feel that way, especially with a little girl, because you just want to, I don't know, you want to do it all 100% perfectly, because that, look at it, that's what she deserves, right?
Yes. Do you remember when your kids were that little, Dickie?
It's a while back, but
And we've got some pictures of your beautiful family. Let's have a look.
wow, okay.
Oh,
Oh, there's Nick. And,
yeah.
he's getting married on. There's a bunch of them.
You've got a nice big family. Love it.
Good Millstone turnout there.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Like Becky, who's a mum herself now.
So you're a granddad of how many?
And there's Fred the Copper Dog.
And that's your favourite four-legged child,
Lots
Freddie.
of Freddie there.
Yeah. So
There's lots of this for me too. Oh, there's lots of Fred.
yes.
Yeah, thank you kids. I'm looking forward to a great afternoon with you today.
Yeah. Good day for celebrating.
Exactly.
And keep your messages coming through as well. We'll read through those throughout the morning. Jane.
Thank you, Belinda. It is news time now, and fire has destroyed a $24 million home on Sydney's lower North Shore. It happened just before 11 p.m. and the fire was 2 hours to finish construction. However, only about the property late last year, it became very known as the event. That's what you see when it started. A shocking new report has already exceeded the forecast of Victoria. Already 20 children died between July last year and although the government hundreds of ground handlers in Qantas's supply chain will walk off the job next Monday. 350 workers from Brisbane and 24 hours. Those strikes will mainly impact international flights with not it has been a wet and spring on the coast. A warning has been issued for parts of northern New South Wales and the Queensland border.